Hi everyone, this is Gary from Biohackers Lab, and this is my day 30 update for my carnivore diet experiment. I can't believe it's actually the 31st of January 2018, so it's the last day of January. Tomorrow will be the 1st of February. So that sort of concludes my carnivore diet experiment for January, for World Carnivore Month. It's been an interesting month. It's been fascinating to think. If I look back when I was looking at some of the things I was saying and commenting on early on in January versus now on my knowledge base, it's grown a ton and loads of it. So yeah, I still can't believe I've had a whole first month, and I mean this is only 1 month. There's people again who've been eating like this for years, and I can see why. In the beginning, from an uneducated point of view, of no experience doing it, I wasn't quite sure how I'd feel doing it. And I love protein. I've always loved protein. And so that hasn't definitely been an issue for me wanting to feed protein. So just to give you some stats, ketones wise, measured them again just now, 0.4 millimolar, so just sub-nutritional ketosis. Big thing there was I didn't eat near as much fat today as I did yesterday. Yesterday I had all of that streaky bacon, like 2 packets worth. So I think my fat levels are definitely not as high, and that makes a big difference on the ketone level. Glucose 4.7 millimolar, all fine there, typical. I did share my before and after photos. I took some after photos today of my body composition. So if you go into the Facebook page or the Instagram account, you'll get to see the before and after photos of what I looked like when I started on the 1st of January to what I look like today. So big thing for me was I said all the way in the beginning I didn't want to lose weight, and I did. So I knew I was going to lose some. I ended up losing 5 kilograms, just about, which is, but I calculated as 10 pounds in weight. Now, I really hope that most of that was fat of some sort and water that I lost, and not much lean muscle mass. Again, that's why I was trying to eat as much protein as I could. It just shows, I would say, I've documented everything, so I've got to do a big blog post on the website at some stage with all the information for people to read, and I'll try to get that out as soon as I can. But that's why I was trying to eat 1 kilogram of meat a day, because I know this happened to me before when I did the high fat diet with the bulletproof coffee, where I lost a substantial amount of weight over that period of time. This time it kicked in quicker than when I did that high fat diet experiment, but it's still there. It just shows, I don't know, I gotta eat loads of food. I gotta really force feed myself. I guess in a way, I've got to, as they've all said, you got to eat like it's your job, and in the sense that I have to make sure that I would eat enough in whatever way I could try to get that much food into me. That's why I guessed I would need about a kilo, and maybe it is. I think I came in under that kilogram a day mark. I know that for sure. I'd say I was more around the 700-gram mark a day. So could we go into the calorie theory? And I had a calorie deficit too, and that's why I didn't get enough for my body composition. Another reason there. I'm just saying this stuff. This is all what I was thinking this morning when I was looking at the stats and the before and after, because it was one of my goals not to lose so much weight. I wanted to see if I could try and maintain quite a bit of weight, but maybe change just my body shape a bit. So of course my body shape's changed because I've lost weight. So let me know what you think of my before and afters. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm not shy. So that hips and waist circumference measurements, they went down, of course, too there. So I never had a big hip and waist, and now they're a little bit smaller. So what am I going to do now that I finished the experiment? I'm still not quite sure. I really like this way of eating, to be honest. I know when I was looking back again about day 10, maybe day 9, I was thinking, nah, I don't want to. It's not sort of something I think might be sustainable personally for me, but I can actually see it is good. I really enjoy it. Like today, I had that chuck steak again. I actually cooked it. myself, not my wife this time. I did find out what she puts on it to make it that little bit more tasty. Was she actually put a little bit of olive oil on there? Um, so I would need to do that just to enhance the flavor. But I had like nearly half a kilogram of chuck with bacon on top of it today to try and feed myself even more. I finished all of that. And then I had some sausages this evening because that's what we had available. But I like that. I like being able to eat that much meat. It's one thing I miss not living in South Africa anymore, because when I lived in South Africa, I mean, I used to eat steaks for breakfast there too because it's so economical. You can get such good quality meat for such a good price when I was there too. So I do want to eat more protein. I'm going to eat more protein. I'm going to see how I can do this to carry on, because budgets wise, I'll do a breakdown of the budget. But I mean, I can see it's in for people in Europe, the UK, £10 a day is what I was budgeting. So dollars wise, I'm guessing that's probably around $13 mark now. Pound, I see the pound's got a little bit stronger, so $13, $14 maybe a day. Budgeting for food wise, and I don't think that's bad. I mean, I remember when I was in October, back in October recently, now in 2017, I was traveling to the States on the West Coast, and a lunch would cost you $10, $12 depending on where you are. Like, I was in LA and San Francisco, so you have to have a bigger budget when you live over there. But yeah, I'll need to do more of an update, but I can see all the questions on the YouTube channel again. Thank you so much for that. Clarity wise for Samed, yeah, I would say with the ketone levels, that will create a level of clarity for sure. Have a, I haven't had any sort of, my wife asked me the same, like brain fog or anything like that. No, nothing. Um, so I'd say mind wise, I'm pretty good. I don't know if I felt like another level though. I think going into deeper ketosis would give me like another level. But I felt good, mental wise, and both physical wise too. I've felt good physically. Um, I don't feel like I'm deprived myself of anything, or deprived, or feeling deprived nutritionally of something too. Um, so, so that's been good. Yeah, and I saw the other comment too about don't worry about the ketosis level, and I would say don't worry about the ketosis level. It really, to get into ketosis normally is like the fat, fasting, and exercise are the big ones that are going to do that to you. This is endogenous ketosis, so when you're making your own ketones from breaking down your own fat, not exogenous when you're actually taking them as supplements. So that's why I think the fattier cuts of meat would probably lift me up. So I'm doing enough with the fasting level wise because of my eating window so small compared to normal. And I would say, most people on the carnivore, well, not most, the people that I read on the carnivore diet, there's quite a few people who would say they would only eat once a day. So their eating window is an hour. That's it, unless they have other drinks like coffees and teas or something else around that. But yeah, so they're doing naturally longer fast periods, which would help with the ketosis level. But then you need a much fattier meal too to help that up. Um, yeah, but that wasn't a long-term goal. But today actually I forgot to take a photo of my lunch. So I got the dinner and I didn't post my food today on the Instagram account because of that. And the reason I forgot to take a photo of my lunch is because I was so engulfed in a great YouTube talk. I think it is Dr. Berkman or Bickman. Can't remember his surname on that one, but I would definitely want to get him on the show on the Biohackers Lab podcast because he was great. And his talk was more about insulin. And yeah, I mean, your insulin levels, a good tip that he gave today was that there's no home measurement kit for measuring your insulin levels right now. But if you want to sort of get a gauge what your insulin might be, it was nice to hear that he said that you get an inverse relationship. So it means that if you have one that's high, you would have one that's low. And what I'm going to say here is that, so if you have higher ketone levels, you will have naturally lower insulin levels, is what I got from his talk. So he's saying that you could use your ketone measurement tool to actually see if you're lower in insulin. So I would say, the carnivore diet is not trying to give you high ketone levels, but it's giving you constant ketone levels, is what I'm finding, compared to when I was always on zero. Now, does that means maybe my insulin is lower on the carnivore diet, which is definitely a benefit too. So my insulin levels would be more managed on a carnivore diet, which might be more beneficial long term for health too. Um, that would be something else I would say to people to maybe consider when they're on this kind of way of eating, or they're thinking of doing this way of eating. Yeah, so that was a really good talk with him today. There was a whole bunch of other stuff in there too about lipids, so fats and ketones. But coming back to the carnivore diet, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I can't believe I don't feel like I want to just stop it. I don't want to go cold turkey and in a way and just eat what I was eating before. I want to maybe try and modify a couple of things and see what happens. But this was a really long update compared to what I'm normally doing. If you'd, I saw one comment from Raina. If you'd like to hear more, maybe of what I'm up to, if you enjoy like a daily vlog of some sort, then let me know on the YouTube channel too and the Facebook page. I'll be, I like producing this kind of content too. I like helping people. I like disseminating good information where I can, and case studies like myself. I'm an N equals one, and then if I get to hear from other people and share that information, and it only helps the learning process for everyone, I believe. So, if you would like to do that too, if you'd like to hear more from me from a personal side, what I get up to, then let me know in the comments, and I'll see what I can arrange. Maybe I'll carry something on with a daily vlog. So that's my updates for today. Like I said, check out my before and after photos on the Facebook page or Instagram. I'm Gary from Biohackers Lab, and I'll speak to you later.